So Andrew Tate, right? This guy, he just got raided and arrested, and I'm sure that a lot of other people are following this and using their own deductions and stuff, and watching the news articles and watching the streams. And honestly, if you want to know more, please go watch these streams, especially the one here on the left. Please watch that, right? Because these creators are much more versed in this situation than I am, and they're much better at doing what we do, than I am. But that's not going to stop me from improving, and it's not going to stop me from trying to make it in this world of YouTube and Twitch and whatever else. You know, the internet's billions of people, and I'm one person. I'm trying to make it, baby. And I'm really trying not to cringe. Really trying not to cringe. So check this out, right? I went through his Wikipedia article. I'm sure you guys have too. If not, we can just read the cliff notes, okay? I didn't know, like I said, about anything that had to do with Andrew Tate. I didn't know who this guy was. I saw his name a couple of times, and then I realized, oh, he's in trouble. Like, trouble right now. Also, according to Wikipedia and the news outlets that I've read prior to making this video recently, he's kind of a piece of shit. If we're to be honest. I'm sure, like I said, you guys already know that, but hey, coming from my perspective, this guy's an ass. Holy shit, he's a fuckboy. That's for damn sure. So, I mean, Emery Andrew Tate the third, whatever, born whatever, and he's currently indicted for this, etc. Or not indicted, but he's accused and being held at a police station in Romania right now. So whatever, he was born, etc. So apparently he's a successful kickboxer, the 7th best light heavyweight kickboxer. Those two things in my mind are kind of conflicting, the light heavyweight, but we're not here for that, okay? He's a kickboxer. He was pretty good, not the best, not the worst. All right, I can respect that. I can't kickbox, so that's pretty awesome, right? As far as just that's concerned. Apparently he went on Big Brother and then got kicked off because of what he was saying online, saying homophobic and racist comments on Twitter and stuff like that. Yeah, you gotta watch that sort of thing, especially when you're in the limelight. You can't be really posting about all this other stuff, especially in the light that he was posting it in, and the time period. It's just, if you're doing bad shit, people are gonna come, like, they're gonna come with you, they're gonna go against you, you know? So yeah, so he's been doing all kinds of stuff. He's been online. He's been trying to create his own, like, self-help website, stuff like that. Those sort of scam websites where people say, "Buy my book. I promise you. I promise." They always do this motion. What the fuck is this? I promise you, this book will make you a millionaire overnight. Andrew, are you a millionaire? No, but I'm getting there because I followed my own book. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid shit. They're just selling you something that's going to be easily found online or through common sense, or even sometimes it's just a complete scam. It'll tell you to do random things that don't make any sense and just waste your time on trying to become a millionaire. Those get-rich-quick schemes. All you're doing is making the person selling that program rich, for the most part. I'm not saying they're all like this, but for the most part, people love to do that. And people who are incredible manipulators are really good at doing those boosting sort of, what is it called? The speeches and stuff where they go, the motivational speaking. Man, those guys are really good with their words, and they make you feel empowered, and they make you feel good. I'm guessing that's what this guy was doing. I got no weight on that. I can't cite it. There are no receipts. But if he follows the trend, that's exactly where he was at. Moving on. Social media has banned him quite a few times. He's had a couple of different Twitter accounts suspended, banned, etc. and stuff like that because this guy's an asshole. All right? He's a misogynist. He's a racist. He's an asshole to pretty much everybody who he doesn't think is relevant or matters. He's the peak sort of male version of, not even a male version, he's just the peak wannabe alpha. So usually the people that talk the loudest are the most insecure, usually, right? And I'm listen, I'm a loud talker, all right? You know why? Because I am insecure about a lot of things, but my own shortcomings, my own faults, I'm growing from it. It's okay. I'm trying my best. But so yeah, this guy's a pretty loud talker, and he's also one that's been caught multiple times being misogynistic to women, talking about them like their property, saying things like they shouldn't drive and stuff like that. He's not really the greatest character to follow here. But moving on to exactly what's been going on, I know I've been babbling for a little bit. As of right now, the reason why he got caught is because Greta Thunberg, right? Now, I really don't want to say anything about her. It's a whole different story from my perspective, but Greta Thunberg basically came at him on Twitter and said, "Nice to see that you've got that little dick energy," basically, whatever. He fired back, right, on Twitter, and then he also fired back with the video. And he just basically smoked a cigar and acted insecure the entire time, just trying to pretend like, "You don't mean anything to me, Greta." I got a big wiener. It's this big, man. That's huge, bro. At least the women tell me that's pretty big. After I tell them I won't pay them if they don't tell me that's big. And so basically in that video, what happened was they saw some pizza boxes. Now, those pizza boxes were from a specific pizza shop that's in a small section, basically a borough of Bucharest in Romania, Bucharest being the capital of Romania. And they obviously have some pretty big reasons why they want him. What am I doing with this right now? See, I got myself into this habit. I don't want to do this. Cringe, right? Am I right? Yeah, cringy. Anyways, so they obviously have some other reasons to arrest him because they just knew where to find him and then came up and arrested him. So there's more going on behind the scenes. They've got some modicum of proof that they can get him for, because they wouldn't just arrest him because he said some mean shit online to Greta Thunberg, right? So basically they probably were looking for him. They found out where he most likely was because of some pizza boxes. They gained some intelligence on it, and they found his ass and his brother and arrested them for attempted sex trafficking, right? That's what's going on right now. Now, that's a bad word, right? A bad word amongst the entire world, okay? But I have to say it because it's part of the story, right? I'm covering a news article basically right now. So he is in Pipero, Romania, and that's just, like I said, a borough of the capital, right? And it actually happened at one time before on the 11th of this year. Okay, so he actually got raided before, and 2 women were found saying they were held against their will. Then it started a DICOT investigation into sex trafficking. After being questioned for 5 hours, the brothers were released. So obviously they couldn't create enough evidence to hold them accountable for those 2 women, which honestly kind of rubs me the wrong way, especially since they came back and now they've got it for, like, they have enough to be able to hold them for at least 24 hours. If it comes out that they didn't do their job the first time, and these 2 were allowed to continue their debauchery and whatever it is that they are doing, if these accusations are founded, which by the nature of how he acts, he's leaning in that direction, a whole lot of us are going to be really upset. And I'm not just talking about feminists and stuff like that. I am fully supportive of the eradication of any sort of sexual, I don't know how to even explain it, but what is deemed bad on the normal side, I fully agree with. Okay, no trafficking, no the R word, no the whole, kids and shit. Just absolutely not. I don't play around with that stuff. That's the reason why I'm such a big advocate of Mama Max. It's terrible. So apparently he was raided again. They came in. Actually, you know what? Hold on. So if they raided him on 11 April, then they already knew he owned a place. That's how they found him so fast. They saw the pizza boxes and they knew he was in Romania. All right, I got it now. Sorry, it took me a minute. I arrived there eventually. You guys are probably screaming at your screen if you got this far in the video. Regardless, so he's been arrested for forming an organized group for recruiting women for adult videos, and I'm assuming that doesn't mean that it's something within the legal bounds of the Romanian law. Now, having lived in Romania, I did live in Romania in 2013, and I have been to Bucharest. I lived in Constanta for a while, and I've visited Bucharest quite a few times over the course of the 6 months that I lived there. it's not exactly hard to find sexual operations happening within the capital or even Constanta, which is down by the Black Sea. It's not difficult to see that has a prevalence in the area. It does exist, and not so much behind the veil as it does, say, in America, where I live currently, where I'm from. It's much more open and accessible, I would say, from my perspective. Now, like I said, I lived there in 2013, so it could have changed by now, but what I'm trying to get at is that if you wanted to perform the actions he's accused of, unfortunately, from my perspective and my experience, it would be easier to perform in Romania than it would be in the United States, which he's lived in both places. So unfortunately, it seems like that might be a real thing. And if so, thoughts and prayers definitely go out to all the victims of anything that Andrew Tate has done to them. And it's just an absolute terrible, terrible situation for anybody to be in, let alone to be exploited for sexual actions or intercourse. So that's as much as we know right now. That's as much as Wikipedia lets me know. Let me pull up the map really quick. I had it saved. Here's Bucharest. Here's Pipera. This is the small province or area of the outside of Bucharest. As you can see, they have a ring road, and it's a highway that goes all the way around the entire place. And within the confines of the highways, where most of the major cities are, or city center is, and stuff like that. And for some context, if you guys want to know, I have lived in Constanta down here by the Black Sea. So basically, there's only really one major highway that goes from Constanta to Bucharest, and it's this E81. Everything else is a small B road with just 2 lanes. So Romania is a pretty small place, and it's not really the greatest place for, like I said, certain things here and there. That's all I got, and if you guys made it to the end, thank you very much for watching, especially after what happened last week. Yeah, I'm Bogart, and I hope you guys have an excellent day.